It's so hot in here. What is up, my interwebby type people? Welcome to Shareware, where we share the latest and greatest in technology. Now today I have with me, this right here is the Zinsoko BS-1025. Now, I've had a lot of these gimmick speakers in my day. Now, I call them gimmick speakers because they're not only a Bluetooth speaker, they also claim to do something else to grab your attention and keep you excited about the product. Either I've had ones that can float behind my kayak while I'm out on the river. I've had them that they light up in various patterns, which is also what this one does, but in a very unique way, and I'll get into that in a minute. But this right here, as far as gimmick speakers go, is the most expensive one I've had on the channel so far at $69.99 on Amazon. And in the American market, I've noticed that the gimmick speakers, as I'm going to continue to keep calling them, are usually around the $30 mark because they spend more money on the gimmick side than they do on the drivers and making it a quality speaker. It's almost like it's supposed to be a distraction instead of a pairing of two kind of cool things. It's like, hey, we didn't spend that great of time making this sound that good, but look at the pretty lights. This one right here being $70, I was very hopeful with the sound quality actually being up to par with other speakers in that price point, as well as, giving you something fun to look at when you turn the lights off. And I think they hit it on the head with this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up and I'll tell you a little bit more about it. So inside the box, you got your cardboard box here, charging cable, which is a micro USB, and your auxiliary cord to pair it to a device if you're using something that doesn't have Bluetooth, which if you're buying a Bluetooth speaker, how many times have I said it? Why would you want to pair it with a cord? But they give you that option. A little bit of stuffing. Shake it out, you got a little nothing. Then you get to your foam, which means the device is coming next. And there it is, along with your instruction manual, which with this product, I don't think you'll need. But here it is. Got a little bit of fuzz on it from my fancy hat up here. But $69.99. It's got two 8-watt drivers, so 16-watt speaker, so it actually gets pretty dang loud. On this side right here, you got your power button. Flip it to the other side and you have a little hatch which has your micro USB charger and your auxiliary in. Up top we have your various lighting patterns, which I'll kick on in a little bit and you can see what those look like. Forward a track, play, pause, skip a track, negative volume, positive volume, raise and lower, all that fancy stuff. Down here, there looks to be a place where you could maybe strap it to something. Didn't give you a strap, but that's an option. And then there's also these really, really gummy, sticky pads, which I'll just keep the plastic on because I feel like these would melt and ruin the surfaces of tables. It feels like that gummy stuff that you buy for the dash of your car. If you want to throw your phone up on the dash, it's that same kind of the silicone gooey rubber. Actually, it's pretty hefty for how small it is, and I'm actually impressed with the overall build quality. Like I said, I was expecting them to be using the lights as a distraction from the build quality and the sound, and they didn't do that. And I'm actually pretty grateful because this sounds pretty damn good, on par with a lot of other Bluetooth speakers I've had on the channel, around $70 to $100. So that's awesome. As far as the battery life goes, you charge it for 2 hours, and it says you can get 6 to 10 hours playtime. But when I checked on the Amazon ad, it said roughly 5 hours of playtime. So you're looking at between probably 5 and 8 hours. Which isn't bad. Now this does have hi-fi sound and the DSP processor, which as you guys know is digital sound processing, which just basically means that they really spent a good amount of time tuning this and getting the 8-watt drivers to sound as good as they possibly could. As for the 8-watt drivers, I read that these are Harman drivers, which I'm hoping is Harman Kardon, which they know their audio. So if that's true, these are Harman drivers. That explains why this thing sounds so good for how small it is. And that also might be why maybe it's priced above the $50 price point. Because you're getting more of a, mature product just kind of hidden in this youthful style. Christmas is coming up. If you got yourself a teenager, this is a damn cool thing to get them, because you know they'd be, you know, chilling doing their homework at night, having the little light show going with their music, and that's fun. It's fun for them. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna kick the lights off that are above you guys. You can't see them, I can, let me tell you, bright as hell. But we'll kick those lights off and I will get the light show going through here, and I'll show you the different modes it has, and then I'll also let you hear it. Granted, it's gonna be through my lav mic, so it might not be the best quality, but hopefully you'll get an understanding of at least how loud it gets and the range that it has, because it really is impressive. Anyways, let's jump into that. So first of all, you notice it's got this really 3D looking light display where it kind of looks like it's fading into nothingness on both sides of the device, which is really cool. It almost gives you this like straight through pattern, like you'd expect to be looking through it like forever, which is pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and start some music here, shall we?
Hey, what up? It's Dave Dollar. I just wanna holler about the changes, being famous, the pain and all the dangers, emotion roller coasters, being sought by all the strangers, getting tight with all my family, and texting with the gangsters. See, I'm like a product of poverty and a prodigy. Private school coach said I couldn't. What a hypocrisy. Obviously I'm built like no other. It ain't no stopping me. Tunnel vision. I'm blind to whoever busy jocking me. I'm different. Really a misfit. A man with infants. Unlimited loads of pigment. My true colors. That's all I know. I show my true colors.
So yeah, like I said, sounds pretty dang good. If these are in fact Harman 8-watt drivers, I would not be surprised. As far as build quality goes, they really did a good job with this thing. Zinsoko, this is the first product of theirs that I've been able to get my grubby little fingers on, and I'm impressed. For being a gimmick product, and not only a gimmick product, but being one that they took the gamble and put it at a price point above most of the others, it hit the nail on the head. It really is a quality speaker that can also do something else, and that's pretty cool. And like I said, with the holidays coming up, if you got yourself a teenager, or you know, someone that just likes the funky look of a room or an office, this would pair very, very nicely. I know in here I got the LED lighting around the desk, and it might just be something that I leave on, you know, like this, not have it playing any music, but just slowly changing color and changing the ambiance of the room. And that's a cool thing to have, let alone as a lamp, not only one that can also play music at a pretty good level. Anyways guys, that is it for this one. I'll leave the link to this down below if you want to check it out. Love you all. Deuces, kitties.